1 in 5 kids struggle with mental illness, and I'm one of them. When I was 14, I was bullied, and that led to a lot of stress, which eventually led to me being diagnosed with anxiety disorder. And throughout the years, I have had to struggle with depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, and the hardest, hearing voices and hallucinations. Dealing with mental illness is extremely hard and emotionally painful. But the hardest thing to face is the stigma that is attached to the word mental illness. Children and youth that struggle with mental illness are often scared to seek help, usually not knowing how important it is. This type of stigma isn't one to forget easily. It's harsh and shameful, and it bursts into our minds. One of the most common stigma is people with mental illness are crazy, disabled, or even loser. With this type of stigma, it is really hard to feel like you fit in. You start to feel like your friends are normal and you're not, and it makes us feel ashamed of ourselves and it keeps us from finding support. I personally didn't deal well with this stigma, so I started to isolate myself. I sat in the teacher's office every day, listening to the other students in the hall, socializing with each other. My hallucinations became worse, and they would pull me to the stairs where I would have thoughts of harming myself because the feeling of being alone was too much for me to handle. After struggling with this for a while, I decided to change the view. I wanted people to have a more positive outlook on their term mental illness, as well as how they view me. What I started to do was sum up the courage that I knew I had deep down and tell the people that I felt comfortable with about my mental illness. Telling someone can really help you because you won't feel so alone, and because they know now they can start to support you in a way that makes you feel comfortable. One of the reasons why there is this stigma in the first place is because most people don't really know a lot about mental illness. So to change the view, I decided to talk to them about it and make them understand more about mental illness, and eventually they would be more open-minded to the issue. Do what I did. Help those around you learn more about mental illness, or just lend a helping hand to those who need it, and remind them that they are not alone.